Yo, what is going on, guys? Podhead here, coming back at you with the chronology part 2. We got to get a different title, bro. You guys got to leave title or series names in the descriptions, but we got some stuff to get into before we start this off. First thing is I am almost out of gameplay and my PS4 is breaking, so I'm looking into getting a PC that I can just play everything on and record on the PC and edit on the PC, and it would make my whole life easier because all I have right now is this shitty little laptop that's old as fuck that I've been using for everything. So yeah, I'm trying to do that, but just know if you either have an Elgato you could send to me, or B, have good gameplay that you could send to me that's good frame rate, good color correcting, send it to me, DM me, message me, whatever. I need that shit. And the next thing is buy some shit from my website. I need y'all help. If y'all want me to get, out of my way and do these videos, because it may seem like they're nothing, but I do have to edit them and wait for them to render and upload them and shit, which is not a small task on this shitty ass computer. It usually takes me 2 to 4 hours to get these videos done, and then I try and upload them as fast as I can. So yeah, if you guys could go support me with buying my clothes, I would really appreciate that. The last thing I have to talk to you about is comment, follow me, subscribe, all that regular YouTube shit. Let's get right into the story here. And by the way, this is kind of regressing back. The story, part 1 is way in the future of this episode. I don't really know how I'm going to attack this series because it's so many weird jumbled events, but and the title is chronology, which it just not is right now. So I'm going to try and get a better name and figure out how to tell it more coherently, but for now I'm just trying to tell whatever comes to mind. This episode starts on a regular LA day. I stayed in LA for about 3 months with Willie last year, and every day went about like this. We would wake up at 2 p.m. after going to bed at 7 a.m. the day before. I would zombie walk to the living room where Willie would be sleeping on the couch. I would roll up some good ass weed. We would roll up together. We would go smoke in the back of the yard, go back to the couch and sleep. And then we'd order food from Uber Eats or something because we were still lazy as fuck from the weed, eat, watch some Netflix, do some hopeless stuff, whatever. And then by then it's 7 p.m. We had gotten hit up by our homies at Bazaar to come through. Bazaar was an old clothing store on Sunset where everyone used to link up. If you were fans of Shoreline around that summer, you would know what Bazaar was. So everyone's there. We're fucking kicking shit. Willie's taking photos of everyone, and just having a good time. I'm shopping. I bought that hoodie, that sweatpants, the bleached ones I know you all see me in. And Phoenix asked us to come flick him up at the stew because he liked Willie's style, I guess, so much. He just really fucked with us. So and this is also kind of a Shoreline story mixed in with a Oxy story, but I'm not going to title Shoreline story because it's going to be a little surprise. So yeah, but this isn't even any of the good stuff that I got. This is just a mid-ass Shoreline story mixed in with a gas Oxycron story. So we agreed to meet Phoenix. They dipped the doghouse, which I'll explain in a Shoreline episode. And we go back home. We smoke more. We get high. We're doing little lines of Oxy, putting some Oxy in a soda, popping some Zans, just getting real wavy, all that. And at 10 p.m., Phoenix finally hits us to come over to the studio. He sends us the address. We Uber over. The Uber is 30 miles, bro, and it's $80. But I'm whatever. I got it. We get to the studio, and it's so confusing, bro. There's 30 different studios in this compound, and they were all 1 to 10 but different letters. So 1A, 1B, and 1C. Phoenix said they were in studio 8, but they were really in 8B. So we were just fucking walking around in the dark with our flashlights on, looking mad sus with all of Willie's camera stuff and shit, just trying to find the studio, bro. And finally, Phoenix calls him and where are you guys at? And we tell him, and he's laughing. He's whatever, comes and gets us. And bro, he was in bare feet for some reason. Normally this shit I wouldn't even tell a little detail like this, but for some reason he was just in his socks. It was so weird. But he gets us in bare feet, and we get to the stew, and it's just him and Bravo and the engineer, and they're recording Bravo flexing like they were pretty much the whole time that Willie and I were there for that summer. Right as we get in, they already cracked the Noz tank, bro. Everyone's got a balloon. Phoenix starts filling his up. At first, they were doing big ass balloons because we had a whole tank and there was no one there. But at first I didn't really want to do the Nas because I'd never done it before. But then Willie started doing it and I was like, fuck it, because we have this weird thing where if one of us does something, the other one like has to do it, or at least that's how I feel. Like if that fool's finna do it, like I got you, bro. I got your back on it. So it was so fucking fire, bro. Like that first Nas hit I ever did out of a like real Nas out of a tank and a balloon, bro. It felt amazing. It felt like I was going into outer space and coming back. And then the feeling slowly gets worse after every single balloon. But the first time, man, feels great. I feel like that's what they say about every drug. But yeah, we were just so fucking high on Nas, bro. We were just thinking everything was so funny. Like the videos I have on my phone, which I cannot show you because I was explicitly told not to show any of the content that I took that night. Otherwise, I would be throwing up picture after picture and all that shit. I will for sure throw up pictures and shit. You guys already know me. I'm not no fucking capper, but for the shoreline stuff, that's gonna be 1K subscriber special. It'll be quality content, don't worry. Italian kiss noise. Eventually we finished this whole tank, bro, just me, Phoenix, and Bravo and the engineer. And at this point, like the sun's coming up, like we'd smoked like all our weed. I was so knotted out in the couch, bro, like in a little fetal position, that my neck was bent for like 3 days after that, bro. It was fucked up. But Willie stayed up somehow because the fucking tobacco. He's a tobacco fiend. And just took pictures of Phoenix. And eventually Phoenix, like, I just get like shook super hard awake. And Phoenix is like, yo, cops. And I'm like, what? And he's like, kidding. We're going. I was like, oh my God, you fuckers. So I woke up and called Willie and I an Uber and dapped Phoenix up, dapped the engineer up, dapped Bravo up, told everyone, have a good night, stay safe, or have a good morning, I guess, at that point. And yeah, that was the first time I ever did Nas. One of my first times being in a super nice studio session. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this episode or story or whatever. And if you want me to make more, I know I said I would have to get 200 likes on the last video. I'm just trying to get like this YouTube shit popping, you feel me? So I try and get, big like goals and all that just to try and milk the algorithm or whatever. Cause I know like how YouTube works these days is I'm not gonna like, I do have like growth like over time, but how to get like super big now is you have like one weird video just hit the algorithm and boom, it gets like 1 million views in a day. So yeah, if you did watch this part of the video, please leave a banana key lime pie comment and I will be selecting a single banana key lime pie comment to follow back on Instagram. So yeah, and if you don't follow me on Instagram, follow me. You're not missing out on anything. @piehead. All right, guys, have a great day. Peace.